What's up, everybody? So the last story that I told you guys about, I mentioned that there was a completely other story that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which was much more intense and more recent and shit like that. So here's that story. All right, so my cousin and I or were talking about how the smaller dosages of mushrooms are much more scarier than the larger dosages of mushrooms. And the reason for that is because it's like you have this one foot in reality, and then you have this other foot in this complete unreality. You know what I mean? So just knowing that knowing that there is still this other reality is what scares you, and you try to push yourself back to that reality as you're being pulled into this unreality. You know what I mean? And we're not the only people who feel like that. There's a lot of like psychedelic advocates or like new age shamans that feel the same way. Terrence McKenna's a big one. But anyways, we were talking about that, and we were talking about like, you know what, let's just do it. Like Terrence McKenna says, just take the heroic dosage and eat 5 grams or so, and at the same time, and just have an extremely safe and responsible environment, and make sure that they're all clean mushroom. The whole shabam bam. So we ended up doing it. And the thing is that we have a friend who cultivates and harvests mushrooms himself. Like he's an incredibly smart guy, probably one of the smartest people I know. Um, and he was down. Like he was even feeling the same way we were feeling about doing this whole heroic dosage bullshit, whatever. Um, anyways, so we ended up doing it. The thing is, I had barely met him like a few months before we even talked about this. And we worked together, so that's the only time I had really seen him is like at work or outside of work and stuff like that. Corey knew him from a long time ago, so they're real good friends. But anyways, the only reason I said that is because we went to his house to go trip, and I didn't know what to expect. Like so, on the way there, we start driving up into these big mountains in Laverne, and he ends up having like this big ass like almost mansion house, and it's fucking beautiful. Like it reminds me of the Batman house. It was so big, literally, I fucking got lost from the garage going to his room. That's how big it was. But beautiful, like the architecture inside. It was literally the biggest house I had ever been in. Still is. But anyways, we end up going there, and he has this whole room set up where he has this like a flat screen and like a all these speakers built in the walls and a sub in the couches and shit. And like water set up and like food and like shit like that. It was actually really nice. But I even brought my DJ stuff, thinking I was gonna have to bring and set up my entire speakers, but all I had to do was bring in my controller, and I hooked right into his speakers in the wall and the sub in the couch. Um, anyway, so yeah, we end up doing that, and he's like, all right, I got all these mushrooms, and let's just split them up and eat them and see how much they are. The thing it was though, a lot of them were fresh, like just picked off the rice paddy, which means that they weigh a lot more and they're a lot stronger. So like let's say 30 grams of fresh mushrooms equals 3 grams dried. Um, and dried are like the nasty, ugly brown ones you see that are all like fucked up, and but these other ones were like the stem was probably like that thick, if not like that thick, and the cap was literally probably as big as my palm. Not even joking, literally as big as my fucking palm. And there was a lot, so we split them all up. Anyways, we all ended up eating like I think like 32 or so grams fresh, and then like another two or so dried. So it was actually a little over 5 grams that we ate. Anyways, we ended up eating them, and my plan was to DJ the entire trip. Like I thought it would be easy, or I would have to just go sit down and then go change the song or something like that. It wouldn't be too hard. But anyways, like I said, we ended up just boom, 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 eating them. Um, it took they ate them a lot quicker than I did. It took me like 7 minutes to eat all of mine down because I have a weak stomach, and I'm kind of like I just don't like the way nasty shit tastes. Like I can't handle nasty tasting shit. Like I can't. But anyways, we eat them, and we're in this room, and everything my DJ shit set up. I'm sitting at the DJ controller just playing music, waiting for it to come up, and 5 minutes in after I eat them, I start already starting to trip, and I look around and I'm thinking like, fuck, if it's only 5 minutes after and I'm already starting to feel this, like there's gonna be no way that I'm gonna be able to DJ at all. Like that's impossible. That's fucking stupid. You're just not gonna be able to do it. So about 10 minutes in, I start like kind of like tripping kind of hard, or starting to trip hard, and fucking I'm like trying to like fumble around my computer and like fucking with the tractor and shit, trying to put a playlist together, and I can't do it because I'm getting so confused. And at that point, like some thought came over my head and told me, like, you call yourself DJ Shaman. You say that you want to, do all this shit, and this is what you were made for. You can't just give up and not fucking DJ the trip. Like, you're a shaman, and that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know, like, it was crazy. So that's what I did. I put tractor back on and fucking DJ'd the entire trip. Um, it's gonna be extremely hard for me to put everything in like a chronological order, like the beginning to the end of the trip. I don't think I can, so I probably won't. I'm just gonna talk about all the things that happened, so please bear with me. I don't know. Let's say the beginning, the first thing I remember, was fucking DJing and them sitting on the couch, and the speakers are in the walls and shit, and there's a sub in the couch. And at first, I'm just playing this psychedelic CD that I downloaded, which was especially made to trip to. I'm not sure who it was or what it was. It was just like psychedelic music. Like, it was really weird. But so we all start tripping, and then so we all start tripping. I don't know. See, it's really hard to explain like what happened, but so I'm sitting there and DJing, and the words are coming into my face, like slapping me, like literally, like letters were coming out this far, close to my eyes, and I'm just like still sitting there DJing, doing my best, fucking and I don't know, I really don't know, like it was like, and we dimmed the lights, and it was just nuts, like, and it was so quiet and so like calm in that room. Nobody probably, like, even if there was other people in the house, they wouldn't have known like what we were doing. Like, it was really quiet and just chilled and relaxed, like if you were just watching us. But I knew in all of our heads it was so chaotic and just like fucking nuts, because like we were completely just thrown, like not even tossed or gently pushed or even pushed like hard. We were fucking thrown viciously into this other universe. And fucking, it was so intense because I literally felt like I was connected to everything. Like, I'm not saying everything like the dirt over there. I mean everything that has ever happened in the past, everything that will ever happen in the future, everything that was happening at that exact moment. I was connected to it and I knew it all. It was literally like like not ti- I wouldn't say time traveling, or it would be like time connecting or time interpreting or something like that. I'm not sure how to really explain it, but I really felt like connected to dinosaurs and shit, like crazy shit. Like, it was really intense. It got to the point where I literally, like, we were all almost talking to each other telepathically. Like, that's crazy to say, and I don't blame you if you don't believe me or you think I'm stupid, but really that is what we were doing. Like, we were communicating on this other level that we didn't have to use our bodies for. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, and we weren't like sitting there and like Corey, if you can hear what I'm saying, then say the letter blue out loud. It wasn't that. It was like it was like the letter blue. Say the letter blue out loud. See, it wasn't that. It was like, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. But there was points where Corey actually got up and DJ'd for a while because I just couldn't do it for too long. And I went and they were just pretty much meditating on the couches the entire time, and I had a time where I was able to meditate on the couch while Corey spun. And fuck, that was just like, it was literally like I was like floating in space, and everything that had ever happened to ever in the past, future, whatever, was all around me and connected to me. And it became a point where I was like this mile tall god. I was a god walking around this extremely flourishing and fruitful, beautiful universe. And there was rivers everywhere. Like, and I was so big that I could just take my two fingers and just play with the water and the rivers, and I was walking around like tapping the trees on the head, and just, it's giving me chills just thinking about it. Like, such a dream. in a way, because mushrooms do have the dimethyltryptamine chemical, or they're a lot similar to DMT, which is what causes you to dream. Um, so it was exactly like that, like a dream that was reality, like a reality dream, I guess you could say. And it was just like, wow, like Corey had an experience where he literally had fucking like gnome aliens talking to him, telling him if he wanted the key to the universe, he could go with them. Which other people, like a lot of psychedelic people who are. Alright, sorry guys, I had to fucking edit this because it was originally like 15 minutes long, but I uploaded it through like YouTube's instant webcam upload bullshit, which always fucks up, which I'm probably never gonna fucking do again. And I think the last thing I said was that a lot of other people who have done psychedelics and DMT and mushrooms and stuff like that have reported things like that. Gnomes and aliens I think are the biggest things that people see. There's a lot of like mythology, or not mythology, but like theories and bullshit as to why that is. There's people who even go as far as to say like there's another universe, like, and the gnomes just fuck with us as toys or aliens. I don't know. There's a bunch of bullshit. I'm not saying that it's bullshit, but I don't know. There's a lot of shit. So yeah, it was such a fucking amazing, like, life-changing. I have not been the same person since that trip. I feel like that was when I was in a way born again. You know what I mean? And it was like becoming a whole new person and having this whole other way of looking at life. So it was like completely just breaking down every wall that I've ever put up and rebuilding shit. You know what I mean? And it was great. It was fucking beautiful, and it was exactly what we thought it was going to be. I don't think I would want to take more than 5 grams. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if I would want to take any less than 5 grams, because that experience was what I felt is what mushrooms not necessarily were made for, but like, to me, that's the true experience right there. You have to build yourself up to that experience. Like, you can't just take 5 grams and that's it. No. Anyways, ended up being that I pretty much DJ'd the entire time. It was actually not insanely hard to at certain points. At certain points it was. I couldn't even barely move. At certain points it was like beautiful to DJ. Like, that's all I wanted to do. That's all I knew that I needed to do at that point. You know what I mean? Oh, also, the whole MCCM thing pretty much was born that night. Literally born that night, because we had made Searching for My Soul and I think Poisonous Gases, but we had no idea what the CD was going to be called, what was going to happen with all that. We had no idea. We're just like, you know what, let's just start making songs and not releasing them, and then we'll figure out later. And after that trip, it was a wrap. Like, within, I think, like a couple months, we're already going to release it. Like 9 tracks and just a complete solid sound, and it really brought my cousin and I together, like musically and even like relatively wise, I guess. I don't know. Me, Corey, and our friend, like, we're all now like, I consider them like sort of my best friends, you know what I mean? Like I said, we listened to Searching for My Soul, which is the first song on Rhythm, which is the MCCM CD. And that song is so extremely psychedelic, like extremely. Like, I felt like that song was completely just made for that trip, that night. And literally, pretty much while we were peaking, I played Searching for My Soul, and I had tears streaming down my face, not because I was sad or scared, or it was just like such beyond words. Like, there's no words in the English dictionary that you can explain for the type of experience it was. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't outstanding. It was fucking Zugenheimen. It was Zugenheimen. I'm gonna create that word. The 5 gram mushroom heroic dose trip was Zugenheimen. So yeah, like, it literally was bringing me to tears, completely tripping us all out. And at the end of the song, I mixed it in, and it just went bass cannon, kick it, boom. And after that, we were just boom. We just like busted through the fucking barrier. And after that, we all were just cool. We were still tripping hard, but after that point, we all like, it was pretty much silent up until that point. And then at that point, we kind of got up and just started laughing and started like talking about what we were thinking about and our experience at that point, what we were still experiencing, and blah blah blah. And that's where Rhythm was actually born. Actually, I should say that. Literally, all I kept saying that entire night was, it's all rhythm. Everything is rhythm. Like, everybody who's famous or successful, they know the rhythm, and rhythm is everything. Like, me talking right now is rhythm. Like, you know what I mean? I could say it's one thing, and one person will connect with my rhythm and be like, oh, this is a good vlog. Another person might have a different type of rhythm, and they'll be like, this is whatever. But it's all rhythm. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much how we came to call the CD Rhythm. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's so much I could go into more, I guess. Not really, but like I can't. Like I would love to, and but I can't. Like there's not much more that I can remember or I can say that has words to explain to you guys, you know. Anyways, let me just say real quick that I do not want anybody to think that I am like necessarily like an advocate for psychedelics or drugs or anything like that. Like this whole vlog and YouTube channel is all for just me talking, you know what I mean, and telling you guys shit and you guys watching. It's not about me telling you what to do. It's not about me telling you what not to do. It's all about me just putting myself out there and you guys doing what you want with it. All right, so don't ever take anything I say as you should do this or you shouldn't do this. I will be your friend. We're all friends here. You know, we're all fucking psychedelic lovers or fucking weed lovers, whatever the fuck. But I will never, ever tell anybody to do a drug, ever. Maybe weed, I might be like, man, shut the fuck up and smoke some weed with us. Quit being a bitch if I'm drunk. If I'm sober, I might not. But if I'm drunk and you're not smoking weed with us, I might be like, shut the fuck up and at least hit it once before I fucking rape you. So yeah, I in no way feel like psychedelics are some sort of magic pill that you just take them and then your life gets better or you learn things. I mean, you do learn things, but you don't. Sometimes they're not good things. Other people take psychedelics and they just get addicted and fuck up their whole fucking life because they learn the wrong things. You know what I mean? I feel like psychedelics are not necessarily like a magic pill, like I said. I feel like they are like a big ass toolbox. Like every time you shroom or you fry, you get your brain is like engulfed with all these different tools and like different wrenches and hammers and different shit you can do with these tools, you know what I mean? Some people may take these tools and beat themselves to death with it. Some people may take these tools and build something that's completely horrible and wrong. But the tools are there, and those tools that you're given, you can do anything with. You know what I mean? Psychedelics, in my opinion, are not some sort of magic pill that you just take and everything gets better. Pretty much like a big-ass toolbox. Psychedelics are a toolbox. You heard it first. Live 4W84. I fucking love you guys. Thank you guys for watching this whole probably like 15-minute video. I hope you guys have a great life. If I never see you guys again, be happy. If this is your first time seeing me, please subscribe. All that bullshit. Thank you guys for watching. That was my whole trip. Yeah.